Hey everybody, so we are doing a full tip application using the Supreme Foundation Gel from Maskscara. So we have these new amazing press-on tips that have just come into stock. I must say what I like most about them is the comfortable fit. So it doesn't have a very exaggerated apex, which can be a little bit of a tricky situation with applications, but these just have such a natural fit so they don't feel uncomfortable or pinching in any way. They're great to work with. When it comes to application of press-on nails, what I would say is sizing is key. So always size your tip from sidewall to sidewall, and also just check the fit around the cuticle area. And remember, with press-on nails, these can be customized. So if you find that you're between sizes or you don't exactly have the perfect cuticle fit, not all hope is lost. You can use your nail file and you can customize it. So lightly file around the sides and make them fit. It's as simple as that. So once you've chosen your size, you can select them and place them down on your workstation so that you know exactly where the nail needs to fit and what nail fits which finger. So don't get confused with that. Right, so I'm happy with the size that I've chosen for this demo, and I'm going to show you how I did my application using the Supreme Gel. And this is going to give you a flawless finish, guys. You're not going to know if this nail was sculpted or if it is a press-on or what's going on. That was kind of the goal, to get the perfect application. It will take a little bit of practice, but I promise you it doesn't take too much practice once you've mastered the art. So remember, you can customize, you can file your cuticle area to get a good fit. You can also do your side walls. Just remember, if you are filing the sides to make it fit, do it very, very slowly and very, very light strokes of the file so that you don't file too much and get a short fit on the side. So just do it in stages, little bits at a time until you got that perfect fit. So step number 1. I'm going to use my nail file and I'm going to customize the cuticle area before I apply it. So just around the cuticle area, I'm going to thin out the plastic on the top of the tip. Now remember, this is an ABS plastic tip, so it's quite flexible and they are super strong. So I'm going to go around the back and I'm going to file out the cuticle area. So I don't want to over file it, so be careful that you don't thin it out too much, and then you end up with a fragile cuticle area that could bend while you're busy in application. You only want to thin out that cuticle area. So I'm reapplying just to check, and I can do a little bit more because the goal is that if you've prepped it before you apply it, it makes your finishing off work go way quicker and it becomes way easier, and it's just less work for you to do. So now that I'm happy that I've slightly thinned out the back area, which is going to be my cuticle area, this is going to give me a good flush fit when I apply it. We will now proceed to the next step, which will be the actual application. So first thing you want to do is prep your nail. I have a video for nail preparation that is available if you're not sure what to do, but I've already prepped it by removing the shine, pushing back the cuticle, and now I'm using my dehydrate just to clean the surface area of the nail and to remove all the oils that may hamper my application process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Supreme Gel from Maskscara, and I'm going to apply a layer to my natural nail. So this layer is going to be a thin layer. What I'm doing is I'm applying almost like a protective coat onto the natural nail, and this is also going to even out my nail. So it's going to fill up any sort of lumps and bumps that may be there. Not that I've got lumps and bumps on my nail, but if there's any unevenness to the surface of your nail, this is just going to help flatten out that surface for you. But more importantly, this just serves as a protective coat on your natural nail. So just a nice thin layer, don't get too carried away. We are now not reinforcing a nail, we are just using it as a protective base layer. And once I'm happy with my application, I'm going to cure my nail for 60 seconds in my Sun 5 lamp. Right, so once my preparation is done, we are ready to go with application. So this is pure acetone, and what I'm doing is I'm going to prep the inside of my tip. So don't saturate the inside of your tip. You need to just blot off a brush with acetone, and you're going to give it a quick light brush on the inside of your tip And what it's going to do is it's just going to slightly melt the inside of your tip. This is going to create the perfect surface for me to have the ultimate bond between the tip and the natural nail with the Supreme foundation. If you don't like the acetone step, you can use a nail file to buff out the inside of the tip, or you can use an e-file to buff out the inside of the tip. But personally, acetone is a quick, easy step, and it's nice if you're a home user, so you don't need to have all the fancy equipment. You can just use a little bit of acetone. So I'm going to apply my Supreme on the inside well of my tip. Here is a matter of you're going to have to get used to the feel of the amount. You don't want too little or you're going to get air bubbles. And too much could mean that you've got gel squishing out and oozing all over the show. So everything is in between. It's like a medium layer. So I'm going to apply by doing the pressure from the cuticle and rocking it down towards the free edge of the nail. At this point, I'm going to let go, and there will probably be bubbles that will appear, but don't panic. What I'm going to do is, and the reason why I'm just letting it go for a few seconds is, I can see that I've got excess gel oozing at the cuticle. So I'm going to clean that up, because if I cure with that excess gel, I'm going to have gel all over my cuticle area, and I don't want that. So just let go and use a brush to remove that, and then reposition your tip into place. It's as simple as that. So once I have the application in place and I have no air bubbles, I'm going to switch on my lamp, which is the Sun 5, and I'm going to position my thumb while holding my tip just at the entrance of the lamp. So the UV light is shining onto my thumb just at the entrance of the lamp, and I'm going to cure it. And for 30 seconds, in 30 seconds I should say, it should be cured where I can let go and I can just put my hand in to do the whole curing process until my 60 seconds is up. So just hold in place for 30 seconds so that nothing moves out of place, and then after that you should be able to let go and just cure it for the full duration of the time. And if you find that the Sun 5 or Sun 5 Plus is a little bit awkward for you, you can use the Sun 6 just to set it into place because it's smaller and you can hold it over the nail, but you're still going to need your Sun 5 to cure it all the way through to get 100% cure going all the way through, and that you've got a proper bond. So once my nail is cured, you will see that the tip is full on secured, and already at this point it looks amazing, and you are 85% done with your nail. And if you were doing a full set, this is how quick it's going to be, so you can just imagine. Right, so my nail's cured, and there it is in place, perfectly secured, no air bubbles, no oozing gel going under my nail, just a perfect fit. Now I'm going to finish it off. So this is where the magic happens. So I'm going to use my file, and I'm going to file around the cuticle area just to give it that light buff in. Now remember, I have already prepped this before, so this is only going to take a few minutes, and it's not going to be a lot of filing because I've literally filed it down before I've applied it. So I'm just going to file around my cuticle area, and I'm going to do my side walls, because a lot of techs don't pay enough attention to the side walls, and then you end up with nails that look a little bit flared out and like they are just a little bit on the wide side. So I'm narrowing in my sides, as you can see, so that it fits and is in line with my natural side wall. And I'm still just going around the cuticle area just to buff it into place to get it nice and flush. So I want to get this perfect finish where you can't really tell that this is a press-on nail, and it's actually just going to look like any perfectly sculptured nail that's out there. Right, so carrying on buffing, carrying on finishing off, and just making sure that all my corners are neat and tidy. And then what I'm going to do next is I am going to swap over to a buffer, and I'm going to use my buffer just to buff out the surface of my nails. So I'm going to remove the shine all the way through, because my plan is to paint my nails. So I'm going to do my base coat, and I'm going to do my colors, and if I wasn't going to do that, I would be doing my nail art, whatever else my plan is for that thumb, but I'm going to buff the shine away. And if I wanted to keep it clear, I would be doing my non-wipe super shiny top coat over that, and the nail would shine up to its normal former glory of no scratches anyway. So what goes after this is entirely your desire. So I'm just going to spray my nail with some cleanser, and dust it off really well so that you can see the finished result of this application. And there we go. I mean, that's just like spot on. No lines where the application starts and ends. It looks like I've sculpted this on my nail. It's got a beautiful apex, a natural apex. If I wanted to apply acrylic over this, you could do it. If you wanted to do infinity over that, you could do it. I personally just go straight into it with the gel polish because I think the shape and the feel, the security, everything is there already, so I wouldn't need to add to this and then have to file it down again because the tip is super strong and it just looks amazing. I mean, look at that. Like, what more could you want? This is just going to change your way of doing nails. Time saving is the word here of the day. I mean, really, this is just amazing. Out of the sets that I've done so far, I've got nothing under 3 weeks of wear, so it's amazing. And most of the sets we've actually just soaked off because we needed to change it for something new. It's not like they needed to be removed, so you could fill it as they grow out. So it's just amazing. It feels awesome. There's no pinching, there's no pressure on the nail plate. So it's a beautiful product to work with. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it once you get used to working with it. It's going to save you such a lot of time, and it's just so amazing to get easy, perfect nails.